Clarke and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Okay, so before we talk about the boxing side of things, firstly, a huge congratulations to Team GB overall. 65 medals in all sports, 22 bronze, 21 silver, and 22 gold. That is absolutely fantastic. It really is. That puts Great Britain fourth overall for amount of medals won and fourth overall on points. So huge congratulations to Team GB. Now, as far as boxing is concerned, of course, a new record's been set, or at least it's a record of the last 100 years. Previously, who knows? But 6 medals for Team GB in boxing. 6. The previous record was 5, which happened in 2012 at the London Olympic Games. In Rio in 2016, we only managed to do 3. I say only, 3 is still pretty good, right? But 6 overall at this year's Olympic Games. Does this mean that Team GB boxing is the greatest team of all time? You would probably have to say yes, wouldn't you? You certainly would. But firstly, 2 bronze, 2 silver, and 2 gold. Now, the 2 bronze medalists are Frazer Clarke and Karriss Artingstall. The 2 silver, Pat McCormack and Ben Whittaker. And the 2 gold, Galal Yafai, who got his gold yesterday. And today, Lauren Price got hers. Or if anybody in Japan is hearing it, that was yesterday for you. But 6 is absolutely fantastic. And this pays testament to the amateur setup, the grassroots. And it all filters through, okay? There's a lot of kids who go to the boxing clubs. In the boxing clubs that I go to up in the northeast of England, there are loads and loads of them. Boxing is really starting to lift off. And a lot of it is down to the likes of the Olympians. And by the way, let's not just single out the medalists here. We have to give a huge congratulations to all 11 who actually qualified to go to the Olympic Games. And of course, they gave it their best. Okay, they didn't get a medal, but they gave it their best. And they should be proud with the fact that they actually got selected to go to the Olympic Games. But of course, they had to qualify. It's not just a case of Rob McCracken goes, okay, right, you, and you're going to the Olympics. You're not. It's not quite that way. I mean, it kind of is in some ways. But to get there, you do have to be of a certain standard. Okay, you have to go onto the world stage, like the Worlds, the Europeans, the Commonwealths, and all that kind of thing. So you do have to go through the whole qualifying as well. You do get selected as to who goes through to the qualifying, and whoever goes through will then, of course, go on to the Olympic Games. But it's a huge project throughout Great Britain. We're talking England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, where our amateur system is second to none. The facilities that I'm hearing at the EIS in Sheffield is on another planet. And again, it's huge testament to those who hang around there, such as Anthony Joshua. His training camps for his professional fights, they happen in Sheffield. When you're an amateur and you're seeing the likes of Anthony Joshua, the unified world heavyweight champion, around your gym, it's going to give you a boost, isn't it? Of course it is. But it's not just there, it comes from all sides. So, for example, here in England, of course, you've got the England boxing. But you have to look at all other kind of aspects too, where those who don't get to the GB squad or the England squad, or they don't get to go to the ABAs or anything like that. But we have a fantastic amateur system right the way through, and it's that deep. You do have to be pretty special to even just get on to the English and certainly GB. You really do. But you have to give huge props to those in and around them. Of course, those who didn't get medals, Charlie Davison, of course, you got Peter McGrail, you got Luke McCormack, you got Siobhan Clarke, I'm missing somebody else, Caroline Dubois. They're like a close-knit team, and you could see that with the way that they put out like their social media, is that they're all together. When one wins, they all win. When one loses, they all lose. And that's how they are, like a close-knit family. And hopefully this class of 2020, do we call it that, even though we're in 2021? Of course, it's Tokyo 2020. But I'm sure that these guys and girls are going to remain close going forward. But again, you have to look at those around who are part of Team GB, with the likes of Georgia O'Connor, Cyrus Patterson, Callum French, Thomas Hodgson. You have to look at Jordan Reynolds, I mean, the list goes on. I mean, there's no real point me like bringing out names because obviously the list goes on and on. But of course, we've also got a lot of fighters coming through who are going to end up replacing these. Like William Howe of heavyweight, super heavyweight. Very, very young lad. Fantastic fighter. But of course, he's going to be in competition with Delicious Ori, who for me personally, I don't really rate too high. But if he's good enough, then he's going to be good enough. And if he goes to Paris in 24 and does something great, fantastic. Of course, we're all going to support. And we're going to support all of them. But the point is, the amateur system is second to none in the world. And this is great news for the likes of you and I who love boxing. And I know that the Olympic Games, as far as boxing was concerned, with the media, it was pretty poor. I mean, let's be honest, the media, the television coverage, trying to watch it live, and you've got to have to go over here, then you have to go over there. Of course, you're flitting between the BBC and Eurosport and wherever else, and you can try and find it online. It ain't great, okay? But again, sure, a lot of it is down to the time zone. Obviously, in Japan, they're quite a few hours ahead of us. So when our boxers are fighting at, say, 7 o'clock in the morning, okay, like at UK time, or 3 o'clock in the morning UK time, and whatever else, because of the time zone. So I understand from a certain perspective, but even the whole build-up as far as GB boxing was concerned, it was very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. And if I'd have known how bad it was, then I'd have contacted Rob McCracken and said, yo, can I come along? I'll spend 3 weeks with you just to do some kind of interviews on the way up, interviews after, and filming them in and around their own training camp and in between fights. There's so much missing. There really was. The coverage was poor, absolutely poor. And by the way, that person who interviewed Lauren Price after she won the Olympic today, absolutely disgusting. In my opinion, I mean, maybe she's not offended by it or anything like that. It's one thing to talk about her family and how her family are proud and how her grandma and her granddad brought her up and everything ever since she was 3 years old, and that's great. But don't be asking her to send out a message from her to her granddad who passed away, because you know you're going to get a reaction. She's going to break down. There's no need for that kind of thing. No need for it, in my opinion at least. Maybe some of you guys and girls will disagree with me, but no need for that. There's too many journalists out there who are looking for the headline tag. They're looking for the thumbnail to either put on the video or the front of their newspapers for boxers with a tissue in their hand or crying. It's ridiculous now. There's no point to this. Just celebrate the fact that she won her gold medal. Let her break down and do her emotional stuff in private. You don't have to put that out to the world just because you want a headline. That's terrible. But anyway, I mean, for me, I thought that the media coverage overall was absolutely diabolical. Hopefully they sort it out for Paris. But anyway, congratulations to all 6. But again, congratulations to all 11 who went there and represented our country of Great Britain. I thought that they all done fantastic. They all gave it their best, like a Siobhan Clarke, Charlie Davidson, Caroline Dubois, Peter McGrail, Luke McCormack. They didn't get a medal. Okay, they're going to be very disappointed. But still, huge things for them going forward. Are they going to go pro? Are the medalists going to go pro? Some of them, we know that they will. I mean, I knew that the twins, Pat and Luke McCormack, were going to turn pro even before they even went to the Olympics. Of course, Frazer Clarke is as well. But what's everyone else going to do? We don't know. Who's going to be the squad of 2024? I think things are just starting. Boxing is really starting to lift up. So as a boxing fan, absolutely fantastic here in Great Britain. Yes, I'm very, very biased when it comes to British boxing. Of course I am. Anyway, drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.